Hello and good morning, and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Life Coach Shaun De Hoya, the man from Pasig City, and I am from Life Coach Philippines, and this is coaching for workforce management. And this coaching conversation are for people managers who are wanting to build an inspired and motivated workforce. And my mission is to be able to help the workplace create a mentally fit environment so that the workforce continue to have a meaningful and fulfilling work. When people at work feel that the things that they do are meaningful and fulfilling, they continue to stay at work, they continue to stay productive and efficient in all of the things that they do, and they're continuously motivated in everything that they're doing at work. Thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are presently located as of this very moment. Do tag your friends in there, circulate this video. Let's reach more people and bless more people in the digital space. Let's have them join in, have them this conversation. I'm going to help people out there, start being motivated, start, shifting things in a different perspective. And if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming by a FB page of YouTube, FB page of Life Coach Philippines, and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. If you are new to the platform, if this is the first time you're joining, please do like, follow, and subscribe the channel so that you can get regular updates from the page and also regular updates when we go on live. All right. If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time we're meeting each other, I am Life Coach Shaun De Hoya. I'm a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, and I'm also a certified mental health coach. I've been working in the corporate world for more than 14 years, and one of the achievements that I have is I was able to get promoted every 2 to 3 years in my career. And I'm sharing to you some of the learnings that, excuse me, some of the learnings that I have so that you can stay motivated, you can stay inspired, you can stay efficient and productive, and you can continue on achieving and fulfilling your goals. Because at times, the corporate world can eat a lot of our time, can cause stress, can cause pressures, can cause burnout, and that is something that I want you not to experience anymore. No, if that is something that you can avoid at all costs, it's good that you're able to manage yourself well. And I'm going to teach you my learnings and get some tips and tricks in there so you won't go into that state of high stress, or anxiety or depression. You don't have to go through that. And most of my career is in the call center industry. I've been in handling workforce management for the longest time. And currently, I'm connected with an IT and consulting company, one of the biggest in the world. And I've been married for 19 years to a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach and certified mental health coach as well. She's going to be on later. She's on every Monday at 4 p.m. for coaching for relation lift, and that's Coach Tin De Hoya. So if you want to know more about relationship, that is her. Have a conversation with her later. Stay engaged in there and continues to stay connected. We're blessed with two kids, age 19 and 16 years old. So we're good as far as relationship is concerned, doing well, improving, and making sure that we're able to manage our work and also our life, and we're able to integrate all of those two. So today I'm going to talk to you about the reason why people quit work. And it's not about the money. People would think that the reason why people quit work is about the money, but it's not really it. Reflect for a moment, what keeps you motivated at work? What keeps you motivated to do the work that you're doing? And what keeps you working? Even at times you just feel like you just want to lay down, you just don't want to move, you just want to be in bed, you just want to, not do anything. You still tell yourself that, hey, I need to wake up, I need to stand up, I need to do something because I know that the things that I do, causes positive things in the people that I work with my family, with other people, and that is what I do. So, what keeps you motivated at work, and what keeps you getting up in the morning every single day? All right. So, before I begin, I would just like to acknowledge the presence, of course, of my wife, Coach Tin De Hoya. She's also there in YouTube. So, we have any questions, feel free to message us. We'll be happy to engage with you. Coach Candy Tang, good morning. Coach Joanna, thank you. Thank you for joining us this wonderful morning. When there are certain times, it's not unusual for employees to stay at work and not to switch jobs for obvious reason, right? Most people, especially during this time in pandemic, you would not decide to move to another company. But why is it that people are still resigning? Why is it that people are still quitting? Why is it people are still looking for opportunities outside of the space that they occupy? Well, it's, as I've said, it's not because of money. What motivates people to move jobs? What motivates people to transfer? What motivates people to finally decide to leave? Is it because of greener pasture? Is it because of promotion? Is it because of better benefits? Well, you might be surprised of the real reason why they leave. People quit their job not because they are, they're more money elsewhere. It's not really that. While it can be seen in the surface as a reason that there's a new salary, a bigger salary, a higher salary that you're getting more, maybe 10%, 20%, 50% more. But the reason behind people quitting work, it's totally, totally different than what other people think. And in a study done by Corn Ferry, they conducted a poll with 5,000 professionals and asked them the top reason that would make people start looking for jobs. So I'll give you the five. I'll start from the lowest to the highest. Coach Nords, thank you for joining. Number five, the reason why people look for another job is because of the company policies. The company policies may be not so good. It's not, benefiting the employees, is betting more of the company. That's around 3% of those 5,000 people who were surveyed. Top four is higher salary. So imagine it's just the fourth. 19% of people would look for work, would decide if they feel that the salary that they're currently getting right now is not sufficient, and they would move to another company. So that's fourth, higher salary. The third uh, reason is they have either they feel that they will lose their job, or they're gonna lose their job, or they're expectant that they will. So that's around 21%. Maybe people suddenly decided to quit, agad-agad, nag-quit agad. So that's the third reason. That's around 20% of people who decide to quit because they feel that they're gonna leave anyway, or they're gonna be, cut in the company anyway. Number two is culture fit. Yeah, the person doesn't fit with the culture, it doesn't fit with the values, it doesn't fit with the vision statement, it doesn't fit altogether. So that's around 24% of the 5,000 who surveyed feel that when there's no culture fit, they would find another company for them to move. And number one, the reason why people leave their job. Are you ready? Do you know? Are you ready why people leave their job in the first place? Is because, hold it, they're bored. Yeah, and that's the one biggest reason why people leave their job. It's not the salary, it's not the culture. It's really when people get bored, when they need new challenges. That's around 33% of people who move from one company to another is because they feel bored. They're not challenged. They don't feel that they're giving their all in there. So imagine that. Feeling bored is one biggest reason why people leave. So why are employees bored? You ever thought about that? Why are employees bored? Scientists found that monotonous work, I'm sure we experienced this, monotonous work can have a negative impact to the mental health of individuals. It can also cause them major stress. So imagine that a monotonous work can cause people stress. It can also lead to burnout. And those who are chronically bored, chronic na yan, have the higher risk of drug addiction, alcoholism, and compulsive gambling. A paper entitled The Neuroscience Reveals that boredom hurts by Judy Willis. She said, she's a neurologist, by the way, claims that people who are bored, they lack the judgment, they lack the goal directed planning, they lack the risk assessment, they lack the focus, and they lack the control over which their emotions would suffer. So those people who are bored are affected with all of these things that are important for the work that they do. And we might ask, why is that? What's the reason behind that? Why do people get bored? Because monotony lacks flow. You know the book of Flow by Melanie. I'm not gonna pronounce it. I'm having challenges pronouncing her name. The lack of autonomy, when we're not able to do the things that we want and want the things that we do at work, it causes stress and burnout. You might have heard someone who have been decades and decades in the corporate world, right? Who've been working to the corporate world, who suddenly decided to quit their job. And observing these people, they were doing well. They're well off. They're performing. They're delivering the performances. Suddenly, they decide to quit, and you would ask, "What happened?" And there's a lot of questions in there. And unfortunately, it's not going to be answered really. But because the work that they do has been monotonous. It's, they can do it while sleeping. That's a famous term, right? They can even do it with their eyes closed. That's the reason why they work, because they're doing the same thing over and over again with no visible future for change. And it lowers the people's morale. It lowers the people's performance, and it also lowers the people quality of work. So imagine that. So think for a moment, when the last time that you made a decision, I just want to rest. I just want to stop. I just don't want to work anymore. I just maybe want to move to somewhere. I just want to rest for a specific amount of time. That is caused by boredom. So rather than doing a meaningful work, they are succumbing in an endless cycle of deadlines driven roles, fast paced work environment. Not to mention the lack of, meaning in the work that they do, because they just need to do the things that they do because someone has an urgent report that they need to send, someone has an urgent simulation that they need to have, someone needs this, someone needs that, and so on. It's a recurring theme, and you're not able to put in your talents, your skills, you know the things that you want to innovate, you want to continuously doing. It doesn't give you that spark, that motivation. Workplace monotony can be caused by three different things. I'm going to share to you the causes. Number one is experiences that are repetitive and predictable causes workplace monotony. Most especially if there is a lack of detail of the task at hand. There's no longer autonomy on what they can choose to work, what they can work, what specific time, what they can decide on the work that they do next. That is a reason that people would experience monotony. Number two is when they lack their flow. They lack the tasks and they feel that's it. It's an effort already. There's no, you know, they're not able to continuously on and put all of their heart in there, their focus in there. It's not within the ability of the individual. They are not in the zone. They don't, they don't find the meaning in the work that they do. They just do it just for the sake of doing it. So that's number two. And number three is the experiences they felt are no longer noble. When I say noble, Nobel, noble means that they're not pumped up and they don't experience the dopamine levels in their brains, which is linked to motivation and reward seeking drive. Hello, Coach Candy. Thank you for joining us this wonderful morning. And this sample that I gave you can lose a person's motivation to meet deadlines. It can lose a person's motivation to reach their goals. It can lose the person's motivation to enjoy the work they do. Because again, it's a continuous cycle, it's a rent cycle where there's a never ending, view of how things would go out well. Now, our brain identifies familiar experiences. That is how our brain works because it protects us. It detects it. It stops us from, you know, making sure that we're able to focus on rewards and inspires us to continue on. But when our brain detects a monotonous action or monotonous activity, it stops the seeking reward and loses its potential to be motivated. Novelty is the most important part of well being. The well being of a person, as it predicts how the person will choose to stay on the company or leave the company because the work that they're doing is no longer fulfilling a need. So, what are the things that we need to start taking a look at as people leaders or as individuals to make sure that we are keeping the best people in our company? Company leaders and managers need to navigate to the landscape and find radical ways to retain, the people that they have so that they feel meaning and fulfillment in all the things that they do. And I'm going to share to you today three strategies that you can start doing. And you might ask, Coach, I'm not a business leader. I'm not a leader at work. How can I utilize this? You can start implementing this in your own little way. Because everything that we do is about mindset. And mindset is something that we can start changing, we can start improving, and we can start developing for us to respond in ways that are productive. All right? Three strategies that can help you get started. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. You're still there with me. Come back, come back, come back. Three strategies I'm going to share to you. Very, very simple that you can start utilizing. Number one, if you're a business leader, if you are an employer, if you're a leader, or even if you're not a leader, you're someone who's working in there, the first thing that you can do is to co-create. Yeah, co-create with employees a developmental plan. So if you're an employee in there, if you have a boss, have a conversation with your boss. Have a conversation about a development plan and advancement opportunities for people to grow. And I'm not talking about promotion. No, no, no. Not talking about promotion here. I'm talking about not even, working on having a raise, an increase in salary now. I'm talking about growth and development, which is about finding fulfillment in the work that they do, which is helping people develop their talents, helping develop their skills so that they can get the job done. People like to learn. People like to optimize things. People like to make things faster because they want to focus on the things that are important to them. And finding out and co-creating with them allows them to be able to see things in a different perspective. And you can support them as they grow along. Imagine if employees are just, sitting down in meetings. Have you ever experienced that where you attend the meeting and you attend the meeting and you thought that you were gonna share something in there, something valuable, but you just sit in there and listen with no really clear direction on why you attended in the first place? Attending meetings unfortunately hinders us from fulfilling or doing something that's productive, because what happens also when we attend meetings during a shift, we need to extend our hours for us to be able to accomplish things. And, that's not good for mental health. When we help employees invest their time so that they can do something better, it helps them in their well being. It clarifies the career path for the individuals, and they know they're clear that they have something meaningful that they will achieve. It's not a goal, again, it's a path that they are creating for them to be able to, thrive in the work that they do. Number two is to create an ecology at work where employees have plenty of autonomy. When I say autonomy, it's about having the time, having the freedom to work on the things that they want, and having the freedom to choose the time that they can work. Seth Godin, if you know him, he has the eyeglasses which is colored yellow. Said that leadership is an art of giving people a platform for speaking ideas that work. Let me repeat that. Leadership is the art of giving people a platform for speaking ideas that work. And it means that empowering people to be in charge on the way that they feel, on the way that they think, on the way that they act, allows them to set clear goals, set clear expectations with the deadlines, and benchmark for employees so that they know which one to priority. Because everything, it's not, mentoring at work, I've realized, is something that can work on a short term, but coaching just empowers individuals to really take control, be in control, because they know what they need to do and they know what they can deliver. I also believe, and I started to, before I didn't really believe this, but I realized that every individual in the workplace are entrepreneurs because they are all creators. They are all business owners. They're business owners who are accountable for specific areas of the business. And as we allow employees to make, decisions on the work that they do, it empowers them to see the results that they want. They feel that they're owners of it. They feel that they can make decisions. They feel that their thoughts, their ideas matter. They feel that they can explore opportunities with their own mind, their own thoughts. And doing this, when you're able to do this, when you're able to establish that in the workplace, it increases the motivation of the individual. It increases the trust of the individual. And it also increases the loyalty to the business or to the company. Number three is, and this is probably a challenge to a lot of people. This has been a challenge of mine before. Build a culture of feedback, real feedback. It's not just lip service. People would say, "Oh, it's okay that I have feedback," and when you give them feedback, they would start, on defensive mode. Not that. Really authentic feedback. Managers, not a lot of managers, most managers don't like receiving feedback. It's a painful process, and sometimes people get triggered because of the trauma that we have, because of the experience that they have in the childhood. And a person who is defensive, most defensive because of a flight or fight response, right? They will need to defend themselves, is triggered by this defensive mechanism, especially the conversation when someone is giving feedback to the other. When a culture of feedback is established, people are more open with opportunities. They're open about, challenges. They're open about new processes. They're open about new ideas, new thoughts. And this is where people leaders can thrive to support the employees so that they can grow better and become better. So how important is feedback in the workplace? And how is feedback important in general? Office Vibe, based on the research, makes case clear that employee engagement, which is a guide that they have, I'm going to share to you a statistic that they did. It's Office Vibe. If you want this, I can share this to you. Employee engagement, the complete guide. Here is what they research. 14.9% lower turnover rates in companies that implement regular employee feedback. So 14.9%. So imagine if employees are able to share their feedback, share their insight, share something that they can develop or improve in the workplace, you have more retention. 4 out of 10 workers are actively disengaged when they get little to no feedback. So take a moment in time in which you have people in the workplace. How often do you engage with them? How often do you talk to them? How do you often do you accept feedback that they have, which is either good or bad? In paper as well, based on the research, 82% of the employees really appreciate receiving feedback, regardless if it's positive, which is also negative. 82%, so that's a high number that not a lot of leaders and managers are taking advantage. In that paper as well, 43% of highly engaged employees receive feedback at least once a week, compared only to 18% employees with low engagement. So engagement is something that's value. Feedback is valuable. 65% of employees said that they wanted more feedback. If they can get more feedback every single day, delivered in the right way, I tell you, it's a powerful thing. I've experienced this time and time again. And this is the reason why I get promoted every 2 to 3 years. 27% of employees say that the feedback they receive helps them to do the work better. Because all of us have a longing to do better, to improve on some things that we're doing. 48% of employees say acting on feedback will reduce turnover. And 42% of millennials wants feedback every week. So imagine all of these things that it in simplest form, if we just as people leaders stop and finally have meaningful conversations with individuals, conversations that matters for the person, not just for the company, not just for you, will allow individuals to start performing, to start being motivated, to start putting out everything that they have in there for them to be successful. We can finally start making the necessary change for things to be better. And the beautiful thing is, and I'm sorry for the noise, help is available. As people managers, we need to figure out how we can navigate through the landscape. Different people have different needs, they have different desires, they have different, everything is different. As we continue to uncover all of these individual needs, we will understand what tools and resources that we need to create opportunities for them so that they can grow and they can advance. One of the greatest downfall of leaders is, unfortunately, arrogance. Arrogance to grow and see things in a different perspective. That's what set, apart people who are good leaders and who are great leaders. And if you want to be able to help the workplace start really having clarity on what they want, really having clarity of what is it that they're looking for, because this is one of the biggest challenge of having conversation with employees for them to be able to express their thoughts, their ideas, because sometimes they would feel judged. I have a coaching program that will allow individuals know what they want so that they can get what they want. It's about digging deeper to understand what's really important to you, to the individual. And I would like to invite you to explore the Silver Lining Coaching Program. It's a coaching program that I have that fits, and it's really about helping the workplace. This program will allow individuals to finally identify the goal that keeps them inspired, the goal that keeps them motivated, and they can start planning out intentionally with action what they need to do. It also helps them identify the obstacles that might be sabotaging their success and create action plans on how they can move forward, how can they be efficient, how can be they can be effective in different ways. Plus, you can also have your employees will have a list of all of the goals that brings them joy, bring them sparks, bring them hope, so that they don't have to look from the other side. They just need to focus here and start making the change. But of course, culture is change is needed, and it's something that we need to work on so that we can become or help individuals become better than before. If you want to know more about how this program can benefit your workplace, let me know. Contact me at 0917-569-4200. Book a strategy session with me. Let's have a conversation or message us here at Life Coach Philippines. Remember that action makes progress. If you want to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life, the first step is for you to reach out, get that phone in there, send some message out there. All right? As I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. If you're yet to be a smart holder of the Be Learning e-card and you are still missing on the perks that I am enjoying and we are all enjoying, today is the best time for you to take action. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the Be Learning Society. It's a tent maker of the Be Learning Home for Mental Fitness. And what you will get here is you will get to enjoy the 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Cup Republic. You will also get a full access to the Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach Hay, happening every fourth Saturday of the month. But this month, because it's the holiday season, it's going to be on the third week of this month. Plus, you will get a 90-minute free coaching session with senior coaches from Life Coach Philippines. And please save the date. It's going to be on December 18th. Yeah, and the see in the screen. Next is reinvention. This is a great opportunity and a great time for us, especially we're going to transition to the new year. It's time to reinvent ourselves. take advantage of this opportunity. I tell you, we've been using mental models for the longest time. It's been 7 months already, and I've been able to utilize this as work and teaching my employees, the people that I work with as well, so that they can start learning this. And I tell you, people change and their thinking changes. It's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful sight to see for them to be better at their conversations and also at the work that we do. So take advantage of this program. Message us. I tell you, this will change your life. Also, for individuals who intend to embark on the journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A is now offering Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a CPD accredited course with 40 CPD credit units. And CPD is all about learning new things and refreshing your knowledge by doing new things. And this is what makes CACC Life Coach Certification Program the perfect track for continuing professional development. And life coaching is a 21st century learning experience that's empowering professionals to enhance their skills in multiple domains and thereby increasing their relevance in this increasingly complex workplace. What you will get in here, you will get a 21-day web-based learning. You will get a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And the program also comes with many bonuses. So please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover opportunities waiting for you in this profession. All right? Life coaching has really made a mark on me. When I became a certified life coach more than 3 years ago, that changed the way I lead people, and it also changed the way that my people opens up. They're more open because they know that you are authentic. They know that what you're speaking is because for them and you care about them. And that's the power of True Blue Life Coaching. When you're doing True Blue Life Coaching, it's not easy, but as you master it, I tell you, it just makes the conversation far, far engaging, far meaningful, far fulfilling. And the people see that they matter. They feel that their voice matter. They are there. They're not just there because they need to complete a task or complete the work. They know they're there for something different. All right? So do join us again for another coaching conversation later with Coach Marifer for coaching for fitness and nutrition, and also my Better Half Coach Tim for coaching for relationship at 4 p.m. Once again, maraming salamat. This is Life Coach Shaun De Hoya from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching TikTok. Coaches like us think and talk like this, and if you want to be part of us here in Life Coach Philippines and if you want to, do this as well, join us here at Life Coach Philippines. We'd be happy to support you and journey with you. Maraming salamat. Lab bam boom, lab bam boom, lab bam boom. Thank you everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.